When I was younger, I grew up in the 70s, so it was like Led Zeppelin and Uriah Heep and all that sort of thing. Then I sort of progressed onto like the Talking Heads and Simple Minds, and then I progressed into sort of Future Sound of London. I actually have lost a bit of contact with music since I've been on the street like this, but I like Linkin Park and Green Day, Coldplay a little bit. My name is Stephen Mark Busse, Busse, which is German, but we've anglicised it obviously. I was born in East London at the Frere Hospital, and then by the time I was 6 we had moved to Fischhoek, where I grew up. I went to Fischhoek Primary School and Fischhoek High School. I've lived there my whole life. Now I live in a shelter in Lansdowne, and I'm a Cape Townian, and that's it. Art's a big passion of mine. Painting and screen printing now, and something I will always enjoy doing, more so than nursing, which was, what I trained for. Yeah, we had a shop in Parliament Street. It was called The Shop, and we had it with a friend of ours, and we used to sell our own stuff and then lots of other people's clothing, or even like pieces of art that created sculptural pieces and things to hang on walls and other people's fabric, T-shirts. And then the guy that was with us put all his money into a club, so we had to close the shop down. And it was not sad, but anyway, we can always do that again. The last time I was living in a house, we shared a house with, I think, 3 other people up in University Estate. I've lived in Long Street a lot, up and down Long Street in various studios and things. I've lived in Vredehuk, Ranjezicht, Clifton even, can you believe it? Okay, I was playing in the field, an empty plot in Fischhoek, probably practicing ballet. I used to love dancing, so that was something I couldn't do with my rugby playing and cricket playing friends, so I used to have to go off by myself and practice my dancing, and maybe he was watching me, and so he thought, oh well, here's a little morphy I can seduce. So he seduced me. He came and asked me to come into the bushes with him, and then it was the first time I'd ever been with a fully grown man. Over the years it developed into something more intimate. But when it started, I was 10, yeah. I was molested by older men when I was young, but I didn't even think of it as molestation, actually. As far as I can remember, I've had fantasies about like older men and that. And then with my friends, we always experimented. It's actually weird going to your class reunion and seeing how many people you've had. Like saying to their wives, I've had him and I've had him and I've had him. But my parents were very accepting about it, and my older brother was also gay, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he came out of the closet after me, funnily enough. So, it's something that they definitely don't live with, and I've been in one relationship for the last 20 years, so that's also been quite good. We did drug together for a long time. Now that I've stopped, he's still on it.
It's affected the relationship terribly because, well, even in the beginning when we started drugging, it was something we used to like always share our money and buy our drugs together, and then it eventually got to the stage where we both got quite selfish, and so we used to like get drug deceitful and mistrustful, and so we spent less and less time together, and we've just drifted apart in that respect. But also he's got a sugar daddy, so that's a bit problematic for me.
So it isn't a monogamous relationship.
No, not at the moment, and not that anyway. Anyway, I mean the sexual thing's gone, so doesn't really matter. The very fact that I can have a crush on somebody else means that I'm moving on. We do see each other every day, still seeing that we both doing the same thing, and we do spend time together. But it's just that we don't have that much to say to each other anymore. Anyway. When I was at school, I started smoking dacha in about standard 8. And then since then, when I left school, it progressed onto sort of barbiturates and Obex and that sort of thing.
What are they?
That's things you get from the doctors on prescription. There wasn't heroin in South Africa at that stage, in the 80s. When I was nursing, I hurt my back, I injured my back, and I went into the hospital for 3 months. It was in Joburg in 2000. And then I was on pethidine for a long time, and when I came out I went on to heroin because I was addicted by then to the opiates. Did I draw some blood up and squirt it into the camera's lens? Once you're on it, it's very difficult to get off because you need more and more and more to get the same feeling. That's how we got into this position, actually, being on the road like this. Because, I mean, you have no time to look for jobs or anything. You just have time to sport your habits. I think I've got a antisocial personality disorder. And I mean, that one of the sort of hallmarks of that is an addiction, addicted to drugs or alcohol, failure to learn from experience and all that sort of thing. So, I mean, I've just had to face that. You can't ever be cured, but you can become a better psychopath.